This is Cycle 2, Week 19. We're going to be starting our last and final art section. We are going to be talking about famous composers in the orchestra. And so we're going to do it a little differently this year. This year we're going to start with talking about the period of time that we're talking about. So we're talking about the classical and the romantic periods of music and the orchestra first. Then the next 4 weeks, we're going to talk through 4 different composers. And then the final week, the 5th week, the 6th week, we are going to be going through just a review of everything we've learned and a celebration of that. And so you will have more time in that last week if you don't feel like you have enough time to get through everything throughout this this quarter. You will have time that last day to really make that your own and really think through your class and what they would want. So know that as you're working through that you will have more time that last week to make it your own and to make it fun. So first we're going to want to talk through the periods of time. So it's the classical period of time and the romantic period of time. So if you get your script, there's a nice section talking about the differences between the 2 periods of music and what composers we are going to be talking about and where they fall. So that's fun. Our 4 composers all fall within the 2 periods that we have. And then if you felt like you wanted to with the kids, you can pull up some songs for them to listen to from the classical and romantic period to just see if they can hear a difference. So we talk about a difference, and you could also hear a difference if you pull something up for them to listen to as well. So if you had time and you felt you wanted to do that with your kids, you're welcome to do that before you move into the orchestra. So you want to talk through that first. We do have our music folders. These are the folders that we keep. You use them for tin whistle. Make sure you don't send them home with the kids. These are for us to keep for subsequent years. And so we have the tin whistle section, and we also have the famous composer section. So you'll want to have the kids turn to there. We have a fun seating chart about the classical and romantic period of time. And so you're welcome to play a fun game with it, or just have them point, have them figure out where things are in one versus another. And so you can have them see that on the seating chart of where the different instruments are. You also have some pictures of some visuals of what's next in the orchestra. So you can talk through the vocabulary of the orchestra. What is an orchestra? What are the 4 main families? So we have the strings, the woodwinds, the brass, and the percussion. And so you can talk through the different instruments within each family and why they're different. We have on the next page kind of a fun little, the strings, what makes the strings unique that you're plucking or putting a bow over strings to make music. And here you are blowing using your wind into a pipe, and then here the brass you are blowing. She has a fun little lip pucker movement you can have the kids all do into even in their own hand of that puckering your lips into that instrument is for the brass, and then percussion, banging, clanging, smashing to make music. And so you're welcome to use these as visuals. If you want to have the kids circle things with whiteboard markers, you can, and then just erase it after. You can do that. Don't take these out, the papers out, because we want to keep these for following years. So please just keep them in here. We also have some extra sheets in the back as well. If you find something else you'd like to use as a visual or a game or something to play, you can do that, and then you can have the kids use the whiteboard markers for. So we do have extra sleeves for that as well if you're wanting to do that. So that is the first week, talking through the orchestra and the different periods. We also have the orchestra song. CC always likes us to do the orchestra song, so you could have fun with that and play the orchestra song and have the kids sing it. We do have it in your art folder as well, the orchestra song, for the kids to sing along with if they want. We also have, if you have extra time or you want to make it fun, we have these little disc things we made with the various instruments in it, so you can toss them around the room if you want, grouping them into family, the right family, or if you want to put them in a seating chart for maybe the classical period or the romantic period, whatever you feel is good for your age range. We have these discs that we've made, and I've made some of these as well for the younger classes. It's the same thing, it just looks a little different. We also have Play-Doh things. You would just need to supply your Play-Doh, but these are fun little cards that then the kids can roll out Play-Doh and kind of make their own instruments out of Play-Doh and kind of have fun there, talking through what instrument is this, what family does it fall into. And so I made these only for the youngest classes. So we do have them on the Google Drive. So if you have other classes and you would like to use them, and you have your own Play-Doh, you can make your own as well. So we have that. This stuff is in your big tin whistle and our music kind of bag that we'll give you for the remaining 6 weeks to be able to utilize if you want. So there's different games in there, also bingo, different things you can use for helping make it fun and to not make it so much information, but to make it fun as you work through it. And if you're wanting to find something else or work on something, gauging your class, that's great too. There's plenty of things on the Google Drive that you can look through in the orchestra section under music. So good luck.